the House of Representatives has resolved to revisit all the gender-based legislations of the 9th Assembly on women participation in politics and other sectorial matters. The decision of the House is in commemoration of the 2024 International Women's Day, which Nigerian women and women all over the world celebrate to recognize the achievements of women in various fields of societal development. The report.
The resolve to revisit all the gender-based legislations of the 9th Assembly on women participation in politics and other sectoral matters followed the adoption of a motion sponsored by Representative Kafilat Ogbara, but read at plenary by Issa Bello, the Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Rules and Business. Presenting the motion, Bello stressed that governments, organizations and individuals need to take concrete steps to promote gender equality, eliminate gender-based violence, ensure equal access to opportunities and inclusion in critical decision-making for nation building. The lawmaker observed that women in Nigeria face numerous challenges ranging from poverty, lack of access to education and healthcare, as well as limited representation in political and appointive positions.
Mr. Speaker, the House may wish to be aware that these international terms of the 2024 commemoration invest in women, accelerate progress, emphasize the significance of gender equality, investing in women, ending poverty, implementing gender responsiveness, in budgeting, shifting to a green economy, and supporting women organizations and groups.
On the 8th of March 2024, which is International Women's Day, women will gather to reaffirm their commitment to gender equality, celebrate achievements of women and advocate for the empowerment of women worldwide. This year's theme is Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. Meanwhile, the tripartite committees of the House of Representatives investigating the implementation of corporate social responsibility by multinational oil companies and other corporate bodies in the South-South region of the country have threatened to issue warrant of arrest on the headship of the companies that failed to honor their summons. Chairman of the committees, Obiageli Lilian Orobu, frowned at the failure of some major oil companies to attend the investigative hearing which held at the National Assembly complex Wednesday. Representative Orobu warned that she and her co-chairman, as well as the entire members of the committees, would not hesitate to deal with any organization that failed to respect the assignment being carried out by the investigative panel. Orobu had in her opening remarks emphasized that the investigative hearing was born out of genuine intention of the parliament to see the corporate bodies operating in Nigeria keep to the best practices of corporate and environmental behavior within their host communities.
We need you people to work together with the government to put this country in shape. So we are not talking about whatever you have in your books. That's not our focus. Our focus is to see what you're doing.
In the meantime, the House of Representatives has resolved to mandate its Committee on Population to investigate the use of the 200 billion naira meant for the suspended 2023 population and housing census. The committee is expected to report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. These resolutions follow the adoption of a motion titled Need to Investigate 200 billion naira spent on the suspended 2023 population and housing census, moved by Representative Clement Akani. It also recalled that the National Population Commission said it has spent about 200 billion to prepare for the 2023 population and housing census, despite its indefinite suspension by former President Muhammadu Buhari a few days before leaving office.
Recall that the National Population Census says it has spent 200 billion for the 2023 population and housing census. Disturbed that the exercise was, however, suspended indefinitely by former President Muhammadu Buhari a few days before leaving office, and concerned that the need to provide the nation with accurate and reliable demographic data for policy formulation and planning for sustainable development could not be overemphasized.
In another development, the House of Representatives has called on security agencies to free the 300 women kidnapped in Borno State while fetching firewood in the bush. A member from Borno State, Zainab Gimba, who mentioned it on the floor of the House during plenary as a matter of urgency, noted that over 300 women were kidnapped while fetching firewoods in the bush.
The insurgents freed the old age but abducted about almost 300 evil young girls and boys. Aware that most of the abducted women were from Babban Sansani and some from Zulum and Arabic camps.
According to Gimba, this is the second largest abduction after the Chibok girls' abduction by Boko Haram in April 2014.